Howdy my friends, welcome back to more Let's Play Gran Turismo 3. This is Sky Hurricane. Hope you're having a super awesome blessed day and ready to continue on with this. And I think we said that we were going to get an Audi TT so that we could do the 4-wheel drive challenge and the Audi TT thing that we got to do eventually. So yeah, let's just get silver with this. Get in it now. And on the car dealer, it actually will tell you information on the certain vehicles. Like the first vehicle I bought, the PT Cruiser. Some of these information are pretty funny. Some of this information is. It's both and neither. It's not a truck or a car. Yeah. It actually tells something about how it wouldn't be intimidating to a Viper, you know, or anything like that. It's more about style than absolute speed, but the PT Cruiser is quick enough to be fun and handles much better than any minivan or small SUV. The relatively high seating position and body shape give the driver the illusion of being in a truck, but its handling says car. Power is delivered to the front wheels from a 2.4 liter twin cam 4-cylinder engine. It's 150 horsepower, 5,500 RPMs, 162 feet, whatever. Blah blah. That's a mouthful. Although it won't be scaring any Vipers, the PT Cruiser's suspension copes with the often contradictory demands of handling and interior space. It makes it for anyway. Yeah, some of those information ratings are pretty cool. But we can look at our Audi TT and specs here. Only 214 horsepower. It weighs 1395 kilograms. That is the mass of it. So let's do a little bit of tuning to this, as I'm sure our opposition will be tuned. Yeah, if you haven't learned anything from this game, they do tune a lot. And that doesn't really bring it up to be the stage 3, does it? Doesn't bring it up much at all. Let's get that. I don't think I need that. Let's get this. And let's get a computer chip. And probably better get, golly, this thing is costing me a lot, isn't it? Get transmission for good measure. So I wonder if this would even reach 400. I think it'd probably be just under. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to go race. We'll see how much it went down. Yeah, the weight went down a little bit. Not very much, but alright, hopefully we can do this. Alrighty, so let's go see what we're getting ourselves into. Yeah, let's do the 4-wheel drive challenge, and let's do midfield raceway, the shortest one of the 3, because I want to try to qualify on this, and it shouldn't take very long to qualify. And let's see on our, oh, we got Astoria, and that doesn't look like too intimidating of opposition. I'm probably wrong though. So we're going to turn ASM off. Now traction control, I'll leave it on 2 though. And yeah, gear's probably fine. Probably fine for this track. So let's just do qualify. See y'all in a moment. Well, I know I didn't do very well because that S4 pretty much stayed with me the whole time. Yeah, I think we got it, maybe. So, yeah. Wasn't too bad. But only by a second, so this may be a pretty interesting race. This may not be total annihilation. So, let's try. Yeah, the Audi TT probably is one of the more underpowered four-wheel drive cars. Of course, not like the Suzuki Alta Works or anything like that, but in comparison to the Audi S4, which is flying by me, and then the Beetle RSI, which hits me. Yeah, this is just grand, isn't it? I don't know why this. I really expect this would accelerate better at the start, but it does not. It has trouble getting going. Once it's going, it's all right. But I'm definitely glad that I tuned this car like I did, or else this might be brutal. Golly, the car already costs $46,000 though, whereas you can get like a Mitsubishi Lancer for half the price, and would be better probably. Or even like the Celica GT4 would be better. I think even them Preza's cheaper or something. So let's not mess this up. Well, apparently he did better than I did. Aha. I'd really rather you not draft me. Golly, this is not going to be easy. Dare I torture myself by starting at the back? I don't know. Or should I tune this up even more? Golly, I hope I don't have to tune it up more for that Audi TT Taurus thing. That would be a shame. You know, for the beginner events, you shouldn't really have to do very much tuning. It's supposed to be beginner events for crying out loud. I'm glad it's not just me, though, that's having trouble with this game. I've been watching Rhino GT4's LP of it, which he did a few years ago. And, like that third race on the, which one was it? On the 80s? I think the 80s? Where I had that SS AE86 thing, Corolla. That third race on Seattle backwards, golly, yeah. He had a lot of trouble with that as well, and he talked something about how it's weird how the AI don't do so well in the first couple of races, but then on like the third race, they're just insane, you know. And I'm really afraid about that on this one, you know. Are they going to be insane on this third race? Because this race was hard enough as it was. You know what? I'm going to do these out of order. I'm going to go ahead and do Special Stage Ride 11 next. Golly, I'm getting little to nothing from this. Yeah, we definitely ended up spending a lot of our money. And I've been kind of trying to do these in order. Like, I haven't done any amateur or professional events or anything. But I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep this in order, y'all. I really don't. I mean, I've done one endurance race. And I'm thinking about doing another one real soon. This is a pretty car, though. Unique looking little car. So, golly, that last race was so painful as it was. Well, apparently I'm tuned up more than that poor Audi TT. You know he don't have any chance. Freaking Daihatsu or Storia freaking beat me. Ain't that something? Seems like they kind of suck at this track, so I'm not. might have a chance. Might possibly have a chance. I hope. Hey, now that's rude. I was trying to take the curve right and you missed the beetle. Very rude. You know, that would have been another good choice, though. I don't know if I've already said this, but to do the beetle, I could have bought that, because I will have to have a beetle eventually anyway. I could have bought that and you messed that up. That's hilarious. Well, will I be uncontested for the rest of this race, or are they going to try to make my life difficult? I'm going to guess the latter. Definitely going to guess the latter of the two. Because you know they got to make things different. I mean, you know. Because why not, you know? I haven't really edited any of this project yet. I've recorded quite a bit up to this point. So coming up with the titles for some of these videos, man, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'll put the name of the car I used in it or not. I probably won't this time. I did that for Gran Turismo 2, but since I'm doing like 2 championships in one, I don't know, I might be able to. But I also need to put like amateur or a beginner or whatever it is. So, I don't know. We'll see. Got a decent little lead though. Right now. I love this track. Got like 2 minutes and 34 seconds. That is really, really bad. It shows you how slow this car is. And it won't even tune up that much, too. These really sharp hairpin corners are killing me. Turn. Golly, this is making me think of that PT Cruiser. Audi TT. There's a such thing as too stable, man. Too stable. You know, it might make it really good on rally. Especially since it is going to get over like 360 horsepower. Might make a decent little rally car. Being as stable as it is and all. Of course, it does have normal tires on it, so we do have to give it a little leeway. Get some better tires on this baby, and probably will do better. But I don't want to sink in a lot of money on it yet, on races that I'm not going to win anything, you know. Although we will have to do more stuff with this later, and I definitely tuned up more. Lack of things to say, so I just start humming randomly and annoyingly. Of course, that's what you always should do as an LPer. Gosh. Well, that was easier and less stressful than the last race. The Storia did get last. I imagine even with the Storia tuned to the max, it would just have no chance in this. No chance. I don't know how much it even tunes up, but so we can watch this for a few seconds. Yeah, I am going to try to do this and the Audi TT. No, probably shouldn't. You know what? I think I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to buy me a mid-engine rear-wheel drive car. And I have a car in mind that I want to use for that. Then we may do the Tourist Trophy thing later. Audi TT in action. Beating Astoria. Ain't that remarkable? I mean, I would sure hope we could beat Astoria. I really like the replays. I like watching my car in action. And that Beetle was brutal, man. Brutal Beetle. Alright. Yeah, that is such a beautiful track. I actually really look forward to doing the endurance race on that eventually. Oh golly, Deep Forest. I've had such bad luck on this track. Oh y'all, I think I am going to do the qualify just to help myself just a little bit. Because it'll be worth it in the long run if it makes a difference between me losing and winning. Well, I definitely pulled away a lot more from that next car behind me than I did on the midfield raceway. But I don't know what car was in second. I don't know what car. I think the S4 was actually way behind the other ones, and I think it was slowed down from probably the Daihatsu or the TT. But I really don't know. But at any rate, we'll start out first. I don't know how much that's going to help us, but it seems like this one might be easier. Oh, thank you for that boost there, Legacy. You're so kind. I always love Subarus. I drive one myself. All thanks to you, Legacy. All thanks to you. I'm right up here. That poor Legacy ran off the road there. This may very well be an easier race. Well, it was the first race. After all, it seems like they do get tougher as you move on through the series. I don't know why, man. That's weird. They should give you some kind of warning, except for you just getting into the race and then going, oh my golly, the opposition's like 10 times harder. I mean, maybe I need to tune my car up too. No, they don't do it. So what ends up happening is you're overpowered for a race like this, but then when you get to like midfield or especially around 11, you just are screwed. I like the way this car's driving. Because I remember driving the PT Cruiser. This does seem to handle better than it. Of course, I said that about every car, hadn't I? Speaking of the PT Cruiser, I have something special planned for it. I don't know if I want to torture myself that much, though. That's the only thing. So, golly, it would be torturous. Very torturous. Now, I would go ahead and do the Audi TT Tourist Trophy in this part, but I think that that would make this part too long, because it'll be 5 races. But if I do the MR Trophy thing, it'll only be 3 races. So I'm thinking that would, you know, make it a little better. And do the Audi TT Tourist Trophy in one video. Its own separate video. Yeah, this car does have a very ponderous drive, you know. Seems a little overbearing. It seems a lot heavier than it is, I guess you could say. Because it doesn't look like it'd be a heavy car, but it really does seem very, very heavy the way it drives. Slow down too much there. Then I screwed that curve up real nice. Way to go. Well, it could have been worse. Could have been a whole heck of a lot worse. That was it. That was very exciting, wasn't it? Thank you, Legacy, once again for the nice boost you gave me. You were so sweet. I'll never forget it. Silly. Alrighty, but let's go ahead and see if we can't find us an MR car. Oh, I forgot. After getting our winner. Our reward. Oh, Suzuki Auto Works. That looks like a bad mama. Honestly, I don't think... I already did the lightweight K-Cup with the Daihatsu Mirai. I don't really think I'm going to need that for anything. So I am going to sell it. For an extra whole 3,000. Wow. Yeah. Oh gosh. It does look pretty cool though. But yeah. Okay, so... Alrighty, so let's see about finding us an MR car. So it's always fun doing some car shopping. One of my favorite mid-engine rear-wheel drive cars that I don't think I've used at all in any of my Gran Turismo LPs. Yeah, the Toyota MR2. It's also one of the cheapest. You also have the MRS here, which is the successor to the MR2. But as this explains here, it's more of an, as this information explains below, it's more of a antithesis. It's completely different than the MR2. The MR2 really goes more for raw power, not really so much handling, whereas the MRS goes more for handling and comfort and stability. But we're going to go for the, well, we don't want that one. This baby. This monster machine here. I like that orange. Kind of like that. Kind of like black on this car. Black or orange. And we're gonna go with orange. Look at the specs here. So the specs pretty powerful. One of the more powerful cars that we'll have in our garage. And I'm gonna put some different rims on there. I don't know why I keep doing that. Golly, we've already spent all of our money, hadn't we? Look at that. Let's see if this will look any better with these. Oh yeah, I think that looks better. Of course, no one really cares about my opinion, but oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, we're ready. Golly, I love this car. I don't know how much I'm gonna love it after doing this, but yeah, we're doing absolutely no tuning to this. Probably, yeah, we're not gonna win anything. So try them out. Let's see how this is going to be. So what are we versing here? Speedsters and MR2G Limited, the slower version, and MRS. I'm actually going to leave the ASM, well, I think I'll decrease it just a little bit. I'm going to leave the TCS alone. I'll half that. 239 horsepower. Lied to me. It said 241. Lied. That 2 extra horsepower I need. Man, I will. Oh man, I love this car. I love MR2s. It is a pretty tough car to control, though. It can be. You know, it really takes some skill to be able to handle it. And wow, we're way overpowered. Glad I didn't waste my time qualifying. Oh yeah, man, golly, I can tell quite the difference between this car and that what I just used in the last part. The same part, the Audi TT. Yeah, this is very maneuverable. Of course, when you start tuning this thing up, that's when it really starts getting dangerous, though. Yeah, this is pretty cheap, you know, especially compared to like the Speedster, which is a lot less powerful, and the NSX, the other cars, you know, that are mid-engine rear-wheel drive. Pagani Zonda, which we haven't even really looked at that thing yet. Oh, that's a beautiful car. Yeah, this MR2 definitely has a wild side, though. You don't have to worry about this thing understeering. I mean, it will in certain circumstances, but kind of makes me think of that Camaro. Both of them really handle very well. They are keeping up with me pretty nicely. Rubber band AI, though. I would assume. I think that black would look nice as well. Yeah, really nice car. I'm actually impressed. I didn't expect it to handle this good. I really am quite impressed. Of course, this is the newest MR2. I think the last one they made before they started making the MRS. Because the prior MR2, which is in Gran Turismo 1, it actually is pretty rough to handle, rough to control. I think it's in Gran Turismo 2 as well. But you tune that thing up and it's just plumb, you know, outright dangerous. Yeah, this is way too easy. Way too easy. I don't think I have any orange cars in my garage, though. This will be the first one. It's a good contrast to all the green cars that I had. Because I bought that green PT Cruiser and it seems like all the cars I've won have been green. Well, not all of them. Kind of exaggerating that a few. That Maserati was. The MRS was last. Oh, that's so sad. Oh. Ha. Not sad at all. It's excellent. Yeah, this one looks nice as well. Red one. Of course, these are G Limited. They don't have that turbo. That good old turbo. Deep forest reverse. I'm pretty confident in being able to do all these. We shan't have any difficulty. I would hope anyway. Pretty much the same opposition. Not too threatening. Hey, nice tasting color, Speedster. We both match. Man, I really do love the way this handles. Gosh, I love it. One thing I may do off screen is I may take like a car like this and tune it up and do like that GT World Championship. I don't know though, because it is pretty quick to do relatively, because each race is on 2 laps, and I could win some cars that I actually will need. I just had to give me another Maserati when I did it. But I don't know, I might not do that. I really would like to not do any farming. But I'm thinking about doing an endurance race in the next part, and if I do that, that wouldn't really be an issue. Oh golly, I'm kind of losing control, except not really. I mean, this is like the opposite, man, of the freaking PT Cruiser that I was driving. Oh my heavens. Keeping up. Yeah, I really love the design of the MR2s, a lot more than the design of the MRSs. I mean, the MRS looks like a little grainy convertible car, like the Miata. Which I know that was the whole intention of it, was to compete with the Miata. Come on, Toyota, you don't have to compete with anybody. Which I don't know, the MR2 probably really wasn't that big of a seller. And the MRS probably sells better. I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't researched such figures, so I'm just going to blabbing on about stuff I know hardly anything about. Don't hit that wall there, because it can happen. Golly, I know the normal car championship in Gran Turismo 1, that's very easy to hit. And just to think I'm driving a normal car here, but it handles amazingly well. Whereas normal cars in that game, whew, very easy to get stuck there. Oh yeah, and we're done with this race pretty much. Good year. And finish. And roasting computers. 3-second lead. There were 3 MRSs in that, wow. And they all got last. That's funny. Deep Force Raceway 2. I guess I could have bought the G Limited, but the main reason I bought this was so that I could use it later. Because, you know, this I'll be able to tune up and use for other stuff. It actually probably is my best Japanese vehicle that I have right now. I think it is. What other Japanese vehicle? I have a lot, but because the car I started with, the PT Cruiser is American, and then the Camaro's American, and then of course the Audi TT, you know, which is German. And I don't actually, I don't know. I have to look at my garage. I really don't know what all I got. Seems like most of what I have is really underpowered cars, like the Miata. And I have 2 Miatas. I have the 8086 Toyota, which is the equivalent of the Miata pretty much, power-wise. Well, that blue is pretty too. I almost would. I think that black, man, I should have got black. It's done, it's done. I have no regrets. Come on, I know we're going uphill. Accelerate. Golly, I remember doing that 40 laps with the Mazda Miata on this. This is so much faster. I don't even remember what was my best lap time with that. I really do not even remember. And I actually had racing hard tires with it. Oh well, they actually gained on me. Well, this is the 3rd race, so they probably are magically more powerful. Although it really isn't showing too much. Some championships it really shows, but a lot of them it doesn't. Some of them it really does, though. Definitely noticed. I want to say my best lap time is like 144, and I'm probably wrong on that. So yeah, we didn't beat that yet, but probably definitely will beat it on the next lap because we have a running start. 4 seconds, wow. Yeah, the Miata had better tires, so that really needed to downshift to MR2. Not that it matters, because our opposition's really not threatening, but... No way, I'm killing them worse on this race than... There was one race on Apricot Hill Speedway, though. It wasn't with that Sprinter Trino SS. It was with something else. Wasn't it with the... Oh, yeah, it was with the freaking MRS and that racing MRS in the GT World. Oh, my heavens, that was insane. Oh, I was so mad. So mad. Good old handling. I'm very impressed with this car. Proud with my purchase. Much more so than the Audi TT, which is so rigid, you know. Difficult to turn. Oh yeah, really good lab, 137. I'm pretty sure I never got that with the Audi, you know, which obviously you would expect. Even with better tires. Golly, why was that MRS so much further behind? Oh, it was, never mind. The others were MR2s. Yay. Yay for complete domination and utter boringness, which probably defines this whole project, but... What did we win? An MRS! Oh yeah, my favorite car. Yeah. Sell that freaking piece of crap. I'm so mad at MRSs right now. I actually never had anything against MRSs until this playthrough. And then they just trolled me, you know. So I thought my controller turned itself off. Yeah, we can get almost 5,000 credits for this thing, even though it is a pretty blue. Man, they make me want to keep it, you know what? They make me want to keep it. But, yeah. Yeah. Goodbye. Gets us back up to 40,000 credits. Well, y'all, I think in the next part, we're gonna, I can't talk. We're gonna go ahead and do an endurance race. Which one will it be? I want to thank all y'all very much for watching. This has been Sky Hurricane. Hope you have a super awesome, blessed day. And as always, my friends, stay awesome. Goodbye, y'all.